Hi, my kiddos. This is Miss Allen, and today I'm going to help you all make a foldable. The evidence of chemical change foldable. So, we have a saying that we like to use to help us remember the evidence of chemical changes, and it goes like this: City girls love their cell phones on. City girls love their cell phones on. This helps us to remember. C stands for create new substances. G stands for gas produced. L stands for light. Their T stands for temperature change. C stands for color change. P stands for precipitate or solid form. O stands for odor, or we can say smell. All right? So, using your template that I provided for you in the hub, I'm going to help you make one, but we're going to do it together. You will need a pencil or a pen. You can use a marker, color pencils, and a blank sheet of paper. Okay? Oh, and do not forget your scissors. So we're going to be building this together. So first thing is first, grab a sheet of paper, a blank sheet of paper, and what we are going to do, we are going to fold it in half longways, longitude. And so, make sure your edges are nice and together. So it looks like this. Oh, I forgot to mention, you also need a ruler. So if you have a ruler, or you can use the edge of your notebook, something to help you make a neat line. You want to try to make things as neat as possible. Using your first two fingers. Using 2 fingers, actually it's about 2 fingers and a half. We're going to draw 7 sections, okay? And we're going to use our pencil first, just in case we make mistakes. So I'm using my 2 fingers. And like I said, it's about 2 and a half. So I'm going to do a little bit more than the 2. And I'm going to draw my first line. And I'm going to continue going down until we have about 7 sections, okay? So that's 1, 2, let me see. About 2 and a half. And I did provide a template. You can use that as well. 1, 2, 3. 4. 5. Yes, perfect. And 6 and 7. 6. And then we have 7. Perfect. So you should have 7 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Now we're getting ready to write. So I initially put city girls love their cell phones. We can use country girls love their cell phones on. We can use country guys or city guys. Since I did city girls to begin with, I'm going to switch it up to city guys, okay? And you can use whichever acronym you would like to put. So, let's start off with city. Guys. They love their cell phones on, right? We all love our cell phones. And I'm going to underline the beginning letters because I want to help us to remember. I think it helps us remember a little bit more. So I'm underlining the C, underline the G in guys, underline the L in love. And like I said, you can use whichever colors you want to. T in there. C in the cell, P in the phone, and then O in the on. Do not cut until you guys. So do not cut until you are done. Now that we have finished writing, we are going to first, I want to outline these lines, make it nice so they can stand out. City guys love their cell. They love their cell phones on. So yours should look something like this so far. And now I said, once you finish writing, then cut. But make sure you go to the edge, okay? Do not cut through it. So we only cut in the top layer because it's a foldable, it's a flippable. So let's go ahead and cut the lines. It's going to be looking nice and neat. And we just want to use this because it's going to help us remember the different evidence we can use for whenever we observe a chemical reaction occurring. So if we're doing a lab or you're doing a virtual lab, using this foldable right here, you can always be able to answer the question, does a chemical reaction occur? So now that we have cut it, let's go ahead and fill it in. So starting with city. That stands for C, right? That's what we want to remember. So C, city. That represents creating new substances. Create new substances. And I'm going to underline the C. All right, I'm underlining the C for substances occurring. I know in my head that that's a chemical reaction. And then I'm going to draw, I want a little illustration to help me remember it more. So I'm going to put like, ta-da, like surprise, we have something new. So I'm going to put a little ta-da around it. Make that stand out. Think of like a little explosion or burst. You see something new, a new identity. We have a chemical change. Ta-da. And we are done with the first part. Next one is G for gas. That stands for gas produced. If you ever see gas occurring, bubbles, fizzing, I know that is going to be another evidence of a chemical reaction. Before I do that real quick, I forgot to draw my division line. You want to keep this nice and neat, so take your marker or a colored pencil, whatever tool you're using. Go ahead and draw a line. That way you can section it off. And now we can go ahead and write gas. Underline a G. Produced. And you guys know I'm not the best drawer. I'm not the best artist, but I'm going to try to draw a little whoopee cushion. Let me see. A little circle. Yeah, no, I'm not the best. Okay, so that's a little whoopee cushion, right? Help me remember gas. That's the gas coming out, and I'm going to put whoopee. We all just sat on a whoopee cushion before. Draw a little arrow. Gas produced. Exclamation point. And take your marker again and divide this off for the next section. So now we're on love, the L. That stands for light. If we see light, like fireworks, that's another evidence of a chemical change. So I'm going to try to draw a light bulb. I want a little illustration for each of these. And like I said, you do not have to do the same drawings that I'm using. You're more than welcome to use your own. So I'm going to try to draw a little light bulb. Here we go. Light. Okay. I'm gonna use my red, and you can use whichever color you want to. I'm gonna use my red color pencil, and I'm gonna write light bulb. And I'm trying to write dark so that it makes sure it comes through on the camera. Light bulb. Hopefully this is perfect once I'm done recording. Okay. Here's my light bulb. And like I said, we're gonna glue this in our ISN afterwards, okay? Make sure you take your marker, draw your division line. We want this nice and neat. Now we're on to the next part, which is there, T for there. And if you guessed it, you already know this is temperature change. Temperature change. Underline the T. And I'm going to draw a little thermometer. So represents temperatures rising. Right? Here's my little marks as it go up. Here's my little mercury in the center. You can use whichever color you want. There's my thermometer, you guys. Perfect. We're almost done. All right, the next one, C for cell. You guessed it. Color change. Forgot to draw the division line. Do that first. We want it nice and neat. Okay. So now, C for color change. Underline the C to help us remember. And for this one, I'm going to draw a little color wheel. Represents all the different colors. I'm gonna grab my handy dandy color pencils. Just gonna pick some random assorted colors. We can start off with orange. We can use green. And I'm just picking any colors I want to, you guys. Blue. Yellow. I skipped one. Let's go to red. Okay, what do I have next? Pink. Two more colors I need. Do I have purple? Perfect. Purple. One more color I need. Let's see, what do I have that's different? I already used yellow. We can use, I don't know what color this is, but we're gonna use this color. So, dark blue. Color change. Perfect. Let's take our marker. Let's draw a division line. Two more left. P for phones. That stands for precipitate forming. So sometimes when you combine two liquids, you have a solid form. So it's precipitate, or we can say solid. We're going to put both. Precipitate, underline the P. Let me draw a little illustration. Like I said, sometimes when you have combined two liquids, if we're doing a lab and we can combine two different chemicals, and you see something form at the bottom of that beaker, that's a solid. That's definitely evidence of a chemical change. And then finally, the last one, which is odor. O for odor. Oh, forgot to draw my division line. Odor, or we can say smell. Underline the O. And we're going to draw a little nose. We're going to attempt to draw a little nose. Like I said, you can draw any illustration you want. Let's be creative. I'm going to try to draw a nose. The nostril goes up here. Okay, here's his nostrils. Okay, that don't look too bad. And then it smells, right? So let's draw little stinky swirls. And I'm going to write stinky because sometimes it may not smell too nice. Stinky. And here we go. We have our acronym. We have our foldable. Hopefully this helps you guys. When you are done, you should be complete. Once you're done, take a picture first, then glue it in your ISN on the correct page number. But keep this, you guys. If you want to, you can add more color to it, or you can keep it as it is. Have a great day, you guys.